My name is Kara. I am also known as the Word Nifflers, obviously. We started a blog and Instagram with my sister. We both really love books, and it was just kind of like a creative outlet for us. Um, it is my first time doing YouTube. I'm obviously new to it, so I thought, why not start out with an about me? So I kind of Googled some of the about me hashtags, and I came up with the 10 questions. I thought I would just give you guys a little bit of an insight into who we are, and then I'll mostly be doing some reviews, some hauls. I know I have a book outlet haul that's currently sitting just over here, um, as well as a Hello Lovely mystery box haul that'll be coming soon. It'll be both book. I'll probably do like my FabFitFun box haul unboxing, yeah. Just kind of a way to get some creative energy out, especially during this time. I have a little bit more time. I'm at home a little bit more. So why don't we get started with the questions? Of course. Okay. Hi, name's Kara. I'm 25. I study right now. I'm in nursing school, although that's currently been put on hold with everything with COVID-19. So I'm doing a little bit of online school and studying from home right now. I've previously had jobs as like receptionist, administrative assistants. I've done lots of that. I did a little bit of accounting, accounts payable, receivable. So I've kind of always had office jobs, but I've always known that I loved the healthcare field, and I've always known that I wanted to go into that. What is my favorite social media channel? Actually, my two favorites are the Chelsea, so Chelsea Palmer and Chelsea Doling. Those are probably two of my favorites. I also love Chandler Ainsling. I'm hoping I'm saying that correctly. For romance, I find I have a very similar taste in romance to her, especially some of the darker romance or the like high school bully romances. I find that I tend to agree and get a lot of recommendations for her. And then I also really like the Peruse Project. Reagan, I really enjoy watching her vlogs. I just think she's very natural on camera, and she just seems so fun and quirky, and like she would be really interesting to talk to. If I had another channel, what would it be about? Okay, so this one's kind of hard because honestly, books are, I study, I bake a little bit, I play with my dog, I try and work out, but pretty much reading. It's what I do all the time. I love ebooks. I read on my phone if I'm waiting anywhere. Like that's kind of my go-to. Oh, and I guess I watch TV too. So maybe if I had another channel, it would either be like a vlogging channel or maybe planning like a bullet journal or something like that. Or I could see I actually really love Big Brother. My sister and I also watch Big Brother. If you can't tell, we are roommates and pretty much best friends, so I tend to talk about her a lot too. And I could see doing kind of like a chatting about Big Brother as the season's going, like strategies, theories, that kind of thing. Like that could be fun. Do you play any instruments? I used to play the piano. And I used to play the trumpet. I played the trumpet in band in grade 6 and 7, but I haven't played in a long time. That was back like before high school. I played the piano up until I think I was grade 4 in high school when I stopped, but I was doing like classical piano training. My mom really wanted us to learn to play. My sister still keeps up with it. There is a piano behind me, but I haven't really played in a long time. I've never been very musically gifted, I guess you could say. I love to sing, I love to listen to music, and I am absolutely probably the most tone deaf person you have ever heard. Like, ever heard. My sister, when I was little, I used to sing, and then she would sing it, and it would be how it's supposed to sound, and when I would sing it, it is not how it was supposed to sound. So she has a beautiful voice and definitely musical. I am not that. I like sports, I like sciences. I'm a little bit nerdy that way, but musical is not my thing. What hobbies do you have besides reading? So I mentioned this a little bit earlier. I love to bake. I like to cook. I like to play with my dog and walk my dog. I have a Maltese Yorkie, so a Morkie. She is coming up on 3, I think. Yeah, coming up on 3. She'll be 3 this May. So like, yeah. Or is she 2? Wow, hard to keep track. No, I think she's coming up on 3. I'm like 90% certain she's coming up on 3, but don't quote me on that. Yeah, so I like to play with her. We have 2 cats as well who I absolutely adore. Technically, since we're roommates, my sister has the cats and I have the dog. We got the dog first, and then we got Callie, who is probably the prettiest cat you've ever seen. I mean, granted, I'm a little biased, but she is, we rescued her from the SPCA, so we don't know her breed for sure. She's calico. She looks like she could be some type of oriental cat because of her ears, and she was a feral barn cat when she was little, a kitten, and so she's a little bit skittish with new people, but she is so affectionate once she gets to know you. She loves to come up and cuddle you and purr, and I handled her a lot when she was younger, so she doesn't actually mind being picked up that much. Like, she lets me pick her up. She sleeps in my bed every night, which my sister doesn't always love, but she's like kind of like my little buddy. Lately the dog sleeps with Deanna, so I'm like, you take some, you give some, right? And then we have Aurora, who we also rescued. Whoa, sorry. We also rescued from the SPCA. Oh, not the SPCA, Cat Therapy, like a rescue society here in BC. We rescued her probably a year or so after we rescued Callie. Callie was just under a year and a half, which was good because it took them a little bit to get together, like to get along, but it's been good. They've bonded really well. Callie and Mika, the dog, get on so well, like so well. Aurora and Mika, they get on okay. They're not best friends. They don't groom each other and wrestle like Callie and Mika do, but they get on okay. Aurora doesn't love to be cuddled, but she is very mischievous. She loves to play. She's still very much a kitten and runs around, and yeah, she's pretty cute. Sorry, got totally distracted there. The question was, what hobbies do I have? And as you can tell, my animals are probably giant hobbies of mine. Okay, next question. Favorite TV shows? I like Gilmore Girls, I like The OC, Grey's Anatomy, Friends, all the sitcoms and teen dramas like that. We've been watching Riverdale a little bit, although I'm not caught up on it. Like I said, I also really like some reality TV show like Big Brother. We watch that and quite enjoy that one. What got you into reading? Again, my sister. When we were younger, my sister loved to read. I did not. I like to be outside. I like to be playing around. I didn't have the patience to watch TV or watch movies or sit there and read. Like, I didn't. But somewhere along the line that changed. I think when I was struggling, it became kind of like an outlet and a way to escape. And then it's just kind of been a comfort ever since. Yeah. When I was younger, what was your favorite what books defined your childhood? One of the big books I liked when I was younger that wasn't maybe super popular is called Looking for JJ. It was like a mystery kind of book, and it just caught my attention and had been my favorite book for years. Of course, I read the Harry Potter series. My sister was into it more than I was when I was younger. I watched the movies before I actually had read all the books. But then after we had watched, I think, the second movie, I went through and read all the books after that because I had to know what happened. And that is also kind of how I got pulled into finding out that I love reading. And then Charlie Bone series. That's another one that we both really loved when I was little. What are your favorite and least favorite genres? Least favorite would probably be just like historical fiction that's not romance, like plain historical fiction or bibliographies or something like that. Like, I tend to like to get caught up in the book and have it take me away if it's just kind of like about everyday life or about the invention of certain things. I don't find that as interesting. My favorite are YA. I definitely love YA. I love YA. I love romance. Paranormal romances. I love me some Wolf Shifters. Those are kind of like my comfort, that what I really enjoyed when I was a teenager, and now whenever I'm in a reading slump, I know I can always read a good book about, you know, paranormal romance, and it'll get me out without a question. I also really like sports romances, some dark romances. I love fantasy, especially YA fantasy, but also some adult fantasy I'm slowly getting into. I find adult fantasy can be a little bit intimidating, but I'm working on getting there. Finally, last question. Tell us an interesting fact about yourself. Interesting fact. It's always hard because you don't find things interesting that other people might find interesting, but I'm going to go with I went to boarding school for the last 3 years of high school, and then I did a couple of years of university overseas in Ireland, so I've done a lot of schooling kind of away from home. I also love to travel and have traveled quite a bit considering. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with loving to travel and doing my schooling away from home. Yeah, so that's kind of 10 quick questions on Get to Know Me. I'll see if I can persuade Deanna into doing one for her, because it is technically both of our channel. She's a little bit busier than I am right now. She volunteers with some essential services, and so she's still doing a lot of that right now. But if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll probably try and get some unboxing or hauls up pretty quickly. I have a couple that are stacked up. I'm also participating in a OTSP Secret Sister challenge, and I'll probably try and do some of those unboxings, like just with swap packages on here. It's kind of fun for people to get to see what you got, and I know I really enjoy unboxings. And then I have some ideas already for some different videos and recommendations, particularly with Kindle Unlimited. I have that right now, and I have been loving reading on my iPad or my phone, so I'll definitely do some like kind of wrap-ups for recommendations with Kindle Unlimited. So any requests for videos or anything like that, just put in the comments below, like, subscribe, do all of that kind of stuff, and look forward to hearing from you, and I hope you enjoy.